What's swinging, gang? And if you haven't seen my video on the BMW drivetrain malfunction, then you need to watch it, because one of the two bad things I say could happen on that is the fuel injector and the computer could be going bad, and that's very expensive. And I hope I just didn't run into that problem, because I swapped the plugs and I swapped the coils, and it's acting crazy, gang. So let's get right into it. Alright, as you can see, it's no longer any mass airflow sensors in either side of the intake. And the old mass airflow sensors are right here. And that is a BMW 7613234-02, if I can get it to focus. But anyways, I was getting a bunch of like messed up mixture codes on the car, gang. Like the car wasn't running. It was either too lean, too rich. It'll start cutting off. Like, I didn't show you guys at the track, but the car actually cut off on its own at the track. So I knew something was wrong with the car. So I took it to BMW, and these codes right here all popped up in both of the DMEs. I'm gonna put those codes up on the screen in case you got these codes. Because usually these codes mean an injector failure or multiple injector failures, which is very extremely expensive. A buddy of mine got an injector replaced at the dealership for about almost close to $2,000 for one injector to be replaced and coded back to the car. So what I found out reading on a couple of forums is a lot of times when your car gets those codes, it's because of bad mass airflow sensor. So what I did is I bought some mass airflow sensor cleaner, and I'm gonna show you guys what brand you want to buy. And that's the brand you want to buy here. This is the best stuff you can get. CRC is really the best stuff you can get in general, but this cleans your mass airflow sensors there. So I cleaned those mass airflow sensors, and as you can see, I'm trying to close this box back, forget it. And as you can see, put it out here in the light. And as you can see, these things are very, very clean. See the metal there, the element? Ultra clean. So I went to real OEM just to make sure that this is the newest part for my car. And lo and behold, that this part they stopped making August of 2015. My car was built March of 2015. So 9 times out of 10, well 10 times out of 10, I got the older version part. So what I did is I went to FCP Euro, and I'm gonna put the part number, put a link for the part down in the description to get the lifetime warranty on the new upgraded mass airflow sensors. So those will be in today. I'm waiting on FedEx to drop them off, and we're gonna get them put in, and hopefully that fixes the problem, because it takes about 50 miles for the adaptations to reset. So I'm gonna pop those in, and just in case the injectors are a little dirty, I'm gonna go to Melbourne and put about a gallon or 2 of 100 octane race gas in, because that helps clean the injector a lot better than any fuel system cleaner. So I'm gonna go ahead and wait on, I guess, FedEx to come, and when they come, you know, I'm gonna get these put in, gang, and we can see if that fixes our problem, because I really hope I didn't put all of this money into this car for the injectors to start going bad now. But the mileage is low. It's under 60,000 miles, and there, I mean, there's no way the injector should be going bad this quick, you know. So, but who knows? It's a bunch of defects from the factory. So as soon as that get here, we're gonna do that. FedEx just pulled up with the parts, and you can tell they busy. He in a U-Haul truck, gang. So we finna come out here and get the parts we need to try to fix the vehicle. And hopefully these mass airflow sensors fix the problem, but you can definitely see how busy FedEx been these days. How you doing, sir?
Good.
I was just waiting on you. Thank you very much.
Have a great day.
You too. All right, guys, we got the parts here, and let's see exactly what it's gonna take to get these things on. So I'm gonna get these parts on, gang, and crank it up and see if we have any rough idle issues. I got the new mass airflow sensors put in, so I'm gonna see if we got any idling issues or running rich codes put on. So here's the first startup. Okay, she always idles a little rough at first start because it's tuned, so I'm gonna give it a little gas. See if it straightens out. So I'm gonna let it warm up a little bit, guys, and I'm gonna get back with you. All right, gang, so the car, it's not warmed up yet. For you guys who don't know, I got the oil cooler valve in here, so it takes a while for the oil to warm up. That's not a water temperature gauge, that's an oil temperature gauge, but it's actually driving a lot smoother than it used to, you know. So besides that stumbly startup, it always started up like that because it has a cold start delete, and so it always had that rough start. But after that rough start was over, it smoothed out a lot. But still, I still have to wait to 30 to 60 miles, I think, for the adaptations to reset on the air fuel ratio. So I'm gonna do a quick drive down to Melbourne and drive back, and that should be about 60 miles. Alright, gang, we made it to the Sunoco over here in Melbourne, and as you can see, look at that RPM. Yee! She idling great. So what I'm gonna do, we over here with this 100 octane race fuel GT. I'm gonna put as many gallons as I can of this inside to help, just in case the injectors was dirty. I want to go ahead and send something more powerful through it to clean it out, because race gas, if you didn't know, race gas will clean your injectors out way better than any other type of injector cleaner, guys. This stuff burns extremely hot, so I'm gonna put a couple gallons in this just to see what it does and hopefully get a little bit more horsepower out of it. But I got almost a full tank anyway, so I know I'm not gonna get too much of an octane boost, so I'm finna fill this up. I was able to put 2.5 gallons of race gas in. I wish I could have got more in here, but I was only able to put 2.5 gallons before it filled up because my tank was already full. But it should be enough to mix around in there to clean these injectors out. So I'm gonna get back with you after I do a little bit of riding around and see if the idle even straightens up even more. Well, there's no way it can straighten up even more, because as you can see, it's dead steady. And before I swapped the mass airflow sensors, it wasn't dead steady like this. So I'm gonna get right back with you guys after after I put a couple more miles on it. Great news, super great news. They did the trick. They did the trick. I have no more idle issues. When I used to hit the gas, the car used to stumble and drop under 500 RPM and cut itself off. So it's no more air fuel ratio issues. I drove the car over 30 miles in sport mode, efficiency mode, in sport plus mode. So I mean, this thing is, and it runs 1,000,000 times better than it used to. That's crazy. I had this car for this long and I never felt what it's supposed to run like. You know, it idles so smooth at a stoplight. The car feels like it's off. It doesn't even feel like it's on at a stoplight. So I'm glad everything's running good. You know, I got everything back on the charger. Everything's good. It's saying that the engine compartment is hot because I got the hood lifted because I wanted to show you guys the engine bay. But everything's great now, so that's definitely a good sign. And I'm gonna have the O2 sensors in the, I'm gonna put the part number for the O2 sensors down in the description if you guys wanna, if you having that same problem with those codes I showed you earlier, I'm gonna put the link to the description for these not O2 sensors, mass airflow sensors. I apologize, but they also have lifetime warranty through FCP Euro. And I mean, I'm a happy camper, gang. What else could you ask for? Because I definitely thought it was those injectors, but it's not. So what more can you ask for?